Hey guys, and welcome back to No Longer Hidden. My name is Shayna Marie, and I have another word for you guys. Before we get started, remember, always take me back to the Lord. Ask God who am I? Ask God if He's given me this word or if I just got this word from someone else, and try to make it my own. And just ask God what my heart posture is as I'm giving you guys this message and what my intentions are. So without further ado, we're gonna go right ahead and get into this video. So God gave me a word a few weeks ago, and I was reading Isaiah 59. I'm not quite sure. I'll put it on the screen once I remember which one it was that I was reading. And the revelation that I got was like, God is about to take me into a dark place, but I'm gonna be the light. And I'm just like, God, where are you taking me? Like, what is this dark place you're gonna take me to? And I never got an answer until a few days ago. And when I got this word, it kind of made me a little sad, but it makes a lot of sense. And it is very, very, very important that I allow God to heal me in areas that I'm going to need healing in order for me to be able to be the light in the darkness where He's going to take me, right? So I just want to share this word because I feel like this word is also for other people, not just myself. And I think it might help some of you, and hopefully you guys will take heed to it. You guys will, go to God, of course, and get further instructions on how that may apply to you in your personal walk with God. So I know a lot of people are waiting on their spouses to return. I know a lot of people, like myself, we're waiting on our spouses to return. We're waiting on, even if it's just the communication, the conversation, us getting answers as to why certain things happen, and just pretty much getting their side of the story. And God gave me a revelation, and what He let me know is, we saw all these prophecies, and I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been real quiet when it comes to marriage. And when we got these prophecies, when we got these prophecies, it's not to say, God is not saying that these things aren't going to happen, but what we always forget, because we get so excited for these words, but what we always forget is that something has to happen in between that before we get to the marriage promise, before we have those prophecies be fulfilled. So what God is showing me and what He told me was that things have to take place. There is a process that has to happen in order for us to get to that prophecy to be fulfilled. Okay? And for a lot of us, yes, marriage is going to happen. Yes, it's going to come. However, there is still more healing to do. And there is still more pressing, more breaking, more plucking, more pruning, more shaping. Everything, all of those things still have to be done. Yes, we are healed, but we're healed to a point where we're able to allow God to do the work in us. Right? So we've gotten to that point where we've opened the door and we have said yes to God, and we've allowed God to say, okay, God, have your way. Do what you need to do in order for us to heal, in order for me to do your work, in order for me to be the vessel that you need me to be for your children and for whomever it is that is attached to my ministry. But sometimes we also have to remember that there are layers to healing. Yes, we're healed to the point where we can say, yes, God, but are we healed enough to be that light in the darkness? And for some of us, no, we're not ready to be that light in the darkness, because that darkness can consume us. Okay? So God is now preparing us to be the light in whatever promise it is you're waiting on. If you're waiting to be out of that home, or even if you're just waiting on everything overall, where you're waiting on the home, you're waiting on the children, you're waiting on the husband, you're waiting on the good job, you're waiting on the business, God is still saying that He's still going to have to prune you and pluck you and prepare you for where He's about to take you. Because what will happen is, if we aren't prepared for those things, if we don't know how to be the light in the darkness, it will consume us. So that is what God had told me, and it broke my heart. But at the same time, I was grateful, because God doesn't have to do that. You know, he could just simply just let me go through it. But, you know, he loves us enough to say, you know what, I need you to just do a little bit more healing, and then everything will come to pass. Everything will happen for you. I will bless you with these things. But keep in mind that even though you're waiting on that big promise, there's other things that are going to happen. There are other blessings that that God is going to bestow upon you. So don't grow weary in well-doing. Don't think that everything that you've done was in vain. It wasn't in vain. Everything is going to happen, but God wants to make sure that not only are you going to be married, but you're going to be happily married. Okay. A lot of people, a lot of people, they like to use the 5 virgins and say, you have to prepare, get your hair done, get your nails done, ladies, get your feet done, things of that nature. Men, get your hair cut, smell good, whatever the case may be. But the revelation that God gave me was, we are the lamp. We are the lamps. And we are going through the plucking, the pruning, the processing in order for him to create that oil that's within us. We are the lamps, and what we're going through, he's producing that oil so that we can be the light in our husbands' lives, in our wives' lives. Okay, so that we will be able to help them, because there is going to be a time where we're going to have to be the ones to be the vessel that God is going to use to bring healing, to bring closure to certain things, that we will be used for God to prophesy through us, to help them with things that they may not even know how to articulate. Okay, so I would say, be grateful. I know it's easier said than done, but it's for the better. It's for the better. You don't want God to just throw you into something and you have to go right back into separation. That's what he's trying to prevent. Well, that is what he's preventing, because he doesn't have to try. Okay? So just keep your head up, guys, and please understand that this is the time, this is a crucial time for you to be closer to God. This is the time where you need to ask God, what is it that's within you that is going to help bring healing? What is in you that is going to help you produce the light within the darkness, and also to prepare you for the dark places that he is going to trust you in, knowing that you are going to be the light, that knowing that you are not going to allow that darkness to consume you. Okay? So it will happen. It's going to happen. God doesn't change his mind. He's not a man that he shall lie. God doesn't change his mind. These things are going to happen, but there are just a few more things that need to be moved out of the way. There are a few more things that just need to be dealt with in order for you to reconcile, in order for you to get that blessing, in order for you to move, in order for you to start that business. There are some things and people that need to be removed before God can position you. So just take heed and do what it is that God has been calling you to do. If God has been telling you to write that book, write that book. If God has been telling you to go on a fast, go on that fast. If God has been telling you to write that business plan down, start saving your money. Whatever God is telling you to do that now, because it is going to be very, very important, and it's going to help you in where he's about to take you. God doesn't just tell you to do something for the fun of it. Okay? These things are going to happen. Everything is going to happen. Okay? So keep your head up. Understand that there's greater in you, and God is just trying to produce that. He is trying to get you to that point so that you can be the light in the darkness. Okay? That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that this blesses whom it needs to bless in this hour. It definitely blessed me. Also, what God had let me know too is that we stop looking for these things to come to pass right now. Stop looking for that call. Don't look for the call. Don't look for the text. Don't look for them to show up at your house. Don't look for any of those things yet. but continue to prepare and ask God, what does preparation look like for you? Okay? So, with that being said, guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that this blesses you guys once again, and I'll see you back when God sends me back. Bye.